Maybe you are speaking in mute.
Sorry, bhai. So here
Okay.
X is this yakuluna fi butunihim. Then you have ma nothing. Then you have except or but illa, and nar is Y. So in this case, X is what? Ma yakuluna fi butunihim. Sorry. Okay. And sorry. Y is nar.
In nar, is it?
Yes.
Nar.
Correct. Okay. So you will translate first X, then nothing, then but, then Y. Okay, so X, nothing, but Y. Fit
But
now this case. So X, yeah, you translate this first. They eat nothing. Valleys. Okay, they eat.
Ji.
So they eat, or you can say they eat in their, they eat, you can say like this. They eat in their bellies,
Ji.
into their bellies, nothing.
But fire. Yeah, that way also you can write. Yes.
They eat in their bellies nothing but fire.
But fire.
Correct. So X, nothing but Y. So this is very easy. Now I hope this.
Ji.
Now, inshallah, let's do today one ayah. Okay. Surah Baqarah, verse number 186. No practice. This is your Surah Baqarah 186. 186. Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإذا سألك عبادي عني فإني قريب. Now, what means and, iza means when. Iza means when. Now, what is this? I am asking you only grammatical construction, okay? Sa'alaka. Sa'alaka. What is this?
Sa'alaka is mudaf ilay.
No.
No. Sa'alaka is sawal karne ka. This is action verb.
Meaning. Problem is when you ask, you get from the meaning point of view, you do wrong.
Ji. Sa'alaka.
Sa'alaka.
Fail it is.
So what kind of fail? So sa'ala. See, this is sa'ala.
No, ji, sawal kar rahe.
Then ka. So what is this sa'ala?
Sa'ala is fail mudari.
Or fail. How did you conclude it is a mudaf? Mudaf has to be ism. So on what basis you are saying?
No, that's why. Yeah, that I didn't realize. It is Sa'ala is the question. So it is actually a verb.
Like it is nasara. It is
nasara.
Sa'ala, nasara, right? And ka is maf'ul.
Ka is you.
Fail mazi, huwa version.
Huwa version.
Okay. Now, does it have any file outside door?
Ibadi is there, right?
Ibadi. Actually, it was ibadui, but sound I don't like. So ibadi is mudaf ilayh. It was ibadu plus yi. U is sound I don't like. That's why they say ibadi. But ibadu is marfu here. It's ibadu plus yi. Okay. 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 Wa iza sa'alaka ibadi. Anni. An plus ni. It is an harfijar plus yi. Okay. An means about. Now,
about.
Fa inni is fa inna, fa plus inna plus ni. Ni, right? So inna plus ni, harf nasab and ni. Okay. Qaribun. So this is jumla isme here. Inna plus ni, and then khabar is qaribun.
Qaribun.
Now, Wa iza sa'alaka. Sa'ala means to ask.
Ask.
Ibadi,
Ji.
servant. Ibadi means my servants. Anni, about me. Fa inni qaribun. Certainly I am qareeb. How will you
I am
translate this?
near.
How will you translate this?
And when, uh,
When
and when, they name, and when,
hmm,
and when my servant asks you, is it? Yeah, ask you,
servants,
my
servants ask you.
ask you,
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used here fail mazi, so it can cover
Mazi.
all the periods. Okay,
Ji.
present, past, future. So when, and if you remember, I had told you, whenever you have this iza,
Ji.
followed
Ji.
by fail mazi, always iza
Mazi.
ke saath fail mazi is used. The meaning will be in the future tense.
Future tense. Ji.
When
Ji.
when my servants will ask
Servant
will ask you
ask you
about me,
about me,
okay, then
about
tell them, okay, then
then indeed,
actually
and tell them,
ini, so it is basically this inna plus plays a role here. It's kind of like
Ji.
quotation, quotes. Then tell them, okay, then tell them, then
Ji.
tell them,
Indeed, I am.
indeed, certainly,
I am near.
certainly,
Indeed, then indeed I am near, or certainly I am near.
I am near. Qareeb.
Near. Kareeb.
I am
Ji.
near. Okay. Okay. Now, ajibu. Da'wat ad-da'i. Now, what is ajibu? What kind of word is this? Is it ism, fail?
Ajibu is again fail.
Which
Ajibu is I reply, is it, or respond?
It is fail, but what fail? Is it mazi or muzari? Others also they can join. Yusubai and Sabira sister. You should also tell. So what kind of fail is this? Yeah. Now,
Mudari, no, because he
fail muzari. Which version? What is the zamir?
Anta version, is it?
No.
Ana
Version.
I respond. Ana version.
It is
Ana
starting
version.
alif. You see,
I respond. No, so it is Ana version.
Ana version. So it's starting with alif, right? And
Ji.
dhamma at end. So ajibu. Now da'wata da'i. Da'wata. Da'wa means call.
No, call. Okay.
Call. Dua.
Respond to the call, is it?
I, the one who calls. I respond
to the invocation
of the one who invokes.
One who calls.
I am near. I respond
to the
dua,
invocation dua of one who calls.
Of the one
who calls.
Da'wat means dua, calling. Okay.
Ji.
Now, if you see here, we translate it as to. I respond to. But here, there's nothing called to here. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not use ajibu ila da'wat da'i. He directly used ajibu da'wat da'i. So you can see here the closeness. I respond the caller, the dua of the caller.
Caller. Ji.
Simple. Even to is also not there. I respond
Ji.
the dua of
the one who calls.
One who calls.
Calls.
You can see closeness.
Ji.
Okay.
Ji.
Okay. Iza da'ani, when. Iza means again when. Da'ani. It's actually da'ani. Basically na plus ye. Sorry. Okay. Like this.
Ji.
Sorry, wait, hold on. It is da'ani. Da'a plus ni.
Ni.
Now, what is this da'a? It is basically koala, like koala. Dawa'a. It is very version. Da and wow. Da and wow. Da and wow. So when you translate, when you make it filmazi, da'a. So da'a wa, but wa will go the wa will become alif. So the
Alif.
the root word is same. The wa, the awa.
Wow.
Make fail mazi
Ji.
out of this. You know, this kind of fail I have not taught you. These are irregular fails. So that it will become the a. Fail mazi will be the a. It will not be the awa. The a. Wa will become alif. So he
Alif.
now the a means he called. So iza. Now iza is with this da. So whenever he will
Respond, is it?
call da
Whenever he calls, Ji.
me. So ni is maf'ul
Calls
bihi here.
me, Ji.
So whenever
Ji.
he will call
Whenever
me.
he calls me, so let them respond.
So whenever
Whenever he calls me,
he will
so
call.
let them respond to me.
So I respond the dua of the one who calls whenever he will call me.
Call me, Ji.
Now.
Then it will be first the jabu. That means so let them respond, right?
Fal yastajibu. What is this fal
Fastajibu.
doing here? What is this yastajibu? Fal yastajibu. Can you tell me what is this combination? Fal yastajibu. Grammatical construction. Fal yastajibu. What is this fal? Have you heard about this fal?
The lightest version, no? Verbs ke.
Fal walli. So it makes this yastajibuna, yastajibu. Yastajibu means respond. Let them
respond.
So this means then fal. So then let them. They should respond. They should seek to respond. They should try. You know, yastajibu is basically ista family.
Okay, that
here fal yajibu. Allah did not use here fal yajibu. Here he used fal yastajibu. Yasta is the action of that. So whenever you have yasta or ista the fail,
then you say seek.
Will become to seek.
Seek. So let them seek to respond.
So then
let them seek to respond
or try to me.
Respond to me.
To me. Here, to me. Now to me. Okay.
Wal
yu'minu bi, and let them believe again. Let them believe believe in me.
Believe in me. Believe in me. Let them believe in me. Believe in me.
La'allahum, perhaps they yarshadu. Rashada means will be guided. Okay.
Guided. So that they are led right, is it? Or led straight. I don't know what word to use there. Perhaps
they will get guidance.
They get guidance.
Let me see, go into the nitty-gritty of this. When we do some pondering on this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي. When my servants ask you about me, فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ, then tell them I am very, very near to them. Now, ajibu da'wata da'i. I respond the call of the caller when he calls. Now, who is this da'i? Is it Muslim da'i?
Anyone, no? It can be anyone who calls Allah, right?
Okay, yes. Yeah.
Anyone who calls Allah.
No. So that means here, see, whoever calls Allah, whether he's a Muslim or non-Muslim.
Muslim or not.
Then secondly, iza da'ani, whenever he calls me, no time period, no time slot. So whenever he calls, I respond him. See, there's a person, there might be a person who would be completely lost. Okay, in his own way of life. Now suddenly something happens to him and he calls Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala responds to him as per this verse. So you can see the da'i is not the one who is remembering Allah, the one who is a believer, or who continues in the prayer of in this zikr of Allah. It can be a person who was in complete astray, and suddenly something happens and he calls. This is the beauty. This is the difference between us and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. See, when suppose if we have a loved one, he does not respond to us, he's away from us, he has just deserted us. And suddenly something happens and he calls us. How will you respond? Obviously, we're not going to respond. We'll be so angry. But imagine a person who was disbeliever or who was sinner, did not have any idea of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and suddenly something happens and he calls. He calls anytime, anyway, anytime. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala responds to him. Subhanallah. This is the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, there's one more thing here. You see there, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not use ajibu ila dawata da'i. So Allah did not put here li here. Ila. Okay, so you can see the closeness here. And directly. Okay.
Directly, yeah, without any other intercessor.
Closeness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the caller. So basically, what it teaches us is also how much Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to call him. How much he loves us to call. In our human tendency, whenever somebody calls us more, asks us more, what do we get irritated, right? The more somebody asks you something, the more you'll get irritated, right? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he's Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. The more you call him, the more he will love you. The more you call him, the more he will love you. And he's waiting for calling. He's waiting for dua. He's waiting. And whenever, it's not necessary you'll get up in the middle of the night, then you will call. No, at any time, whenever, Iza, whenever. And you know what is Iza? This Iza has, this harf Iza. It is, used. It means when or if. Allah did not use here in. In means if. For example, Allah would have used like this. Ajibu da'wata da'i if. In da'ani, if he calls me. Allah did not use here if. Allah said here when. So what is the difference between if and when? Number one difference is if does not give any surety. But Iza, whenever Allah used Iza is used always surety. So if I say, if you say, when you come here, I will, feed you biryani. So this is surety. And if I say, if you come here, I'll feed you biryani, then there's no surety in that. Okay. So Iza is used when there is complete surety. The thing will happen. Okay. So you can see the surety Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives to the one who calls. And any time, irrespective. So you can see he will be astray completely. Allah will respond him. Okay. Now, next. فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي. Then let him try to respond me. Allah could have used فَلْيَجِيبُوا. If Allah subhanahu would have used, so let them respond to me. So this would have been a condition. That would have been a condition in a sense. You had to respond Allah in a perfect manner. Complete manner. Completely you need to respond. So Allah did not use completely here. Allah used let them try to respond to me. So what does it mean? Even if your response is little bit small, and even if it is inconsistent, like we know in our response to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are weak, we are lazy, right? We have problems here and there. We will not be consistent in responding to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We commit sins which sometimes disobey, That's why Allah could use here, فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا, not yajibu. If he had used yajibu here, then it would have been like no laziness, nothing would have worked out here. So let them try to respond to me in whatever possible manner. Allah does not need our perfection. Okay. Now, but if you see here, Allah did not said here, what can we here use? The ista is not here. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala use here, yuminu. There's no ista here. Yes, tu'minu. Allah did not say you use that. So let them seek to believe in me. No, the believing in should be complete. It cannot be tried. So when you believe in Allah, it has to be complete, perfection. There's no iota of doubt should be there in believing in Allah. It should be complete. You see the word choice, you see the accuracy of the words, subhanallah. La'allahum, perhaps, if they do this, they will be guided. They will get guided. They will be guided. Allah will take their hand and guide them, show them the right path, right? So you can see here, this ayah tells us how much Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows us to call him in every situation of our life. Okay, and how much he's happy when we do more dua. This ayah encourages us to do dua, and that's why Prophet ﷺ says, even if you want to ask Allah shoelace, you should, ask him. You should not be shy.
Ask him.
And that is, the more you ask for smallest things, even Allah allows it, right? So the person who asks Allah for smallest things, it will become habit of, a zikr of Allah, right? It will become habit for him to ask Allah on everything, in every situation. And asking Allah, da'wat Allah, asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a zikr. It's a worship, right? So dua is a worship, right? So you also get sawab. If he does not, Allah does not give him at that time, he may give better than that what he's asking, or he will give him in the akhirah. Plus, he's giving him reward for that calling, right? So you can see here how much hope this ayah gives us, for our duas. So please remember this and do more grammatical analysis on this, and do if you can read tafsir, inshallah, you can. That's better. Okay. So we'll wind up here, inshallah. If you have any question, please ask.